So I found this book on Audible. I just wanted to play an excerpt from it. It's the guy who's reading. I mean, I guess he's the writer of this book. I don't even know if it's even a book, but it's called "The Possibilities of Sex: How Naive and Lustful Men Are Manipulated by Women Regularly." Yeah, that happens a lot. Let's go ahead and check this out, guys. And I'm gonna come back with my commentary. What's the sound?
Mode 1.
What the hell?
Time Waster Type 4. Examining the manipulative women who love it when a man becomes their platonic sugar daddy, who is willing to spoil them regularly with financial and non-financial favors.
Mm,
I once read a blog post that was forwarded to me a few years ago that was written by a very outspoken lesbian. The lesbian made an interesting comment. She said, if the world was to ever eliminate money or create a society where everyone had about the same amount of wealth or net worth, men would become much more depressed than women would. Many men would probably commit suicide because women do not use money as a means of trying to impress and attract men or other women. But men always try to use money
damn.
and their wealth in general to try to impress and attract women, or if they're gay or bisexual, other men. Money contributes a lot to men's self-esteem
Yeah,
when
it
it comes
does.
to dating and relationships.
Ego.
This woman went on to offer a few other comments about men's behavior that I did not 100% agree with, but as far as the assertion of hers that I just quoted, I agree with it wholeheartedly. I am going to highlight some of the various reasons why many men are willing to be financially generous with women, why many men are willing to wine and dine women, and why many men are willing to purchase materialistic gifts for women, as well as why many men are willing to perform financial related favors in general for women. Reason number one: as a man, you do not believe that a woman who you are interested in having sex with finds you attractive or sexually appealing.
Mm,
Therefore, you feel like you
self-esteem.
have to offer a woman a monetary incentive in order to motivate her to agree to have sex with you. Reason
Wow.
number two: you feel like you are in competition with other men for a particular woman's attention and sexual companionship. Therefore, you feel you have to be perceived as the highest bidder for the exclusive rights to that woman's sexual companionship for a number of hours, days, weeks, months, or longer.
Put your
Reason
bid
number
in.
three: you are married or already romantically involved, but you desire to have another woman as a mistress or a woman on the side. You want to motivate her to keep quiet about your undercover sexual relationship with her, so you feel like you must pay her a fee or
Mm,
a stipend to keep your tryst with her discreet. Reason number four: you have already been having sex with a woman and she is totally obedient, submissive, and accommodating to your sexual desires, needs, and preferences. Therefore, you want to offer her a reward
huh.
and token of your appreciation to keep her motivated to remain your beck and call lover indefinitely. There might be two or three other reasons and motivations why men offer women incentives and rewards in exchange for sexual enjoyment and satisfaction, but I would rank those reasons I just highlighted as arguably the top four. In this chapter, I am going to primarily concentrate on examining the first two motivations I just highlighted. I have respect for women who value their time, their attention, and their social companionship. Many men criticize confident women as being stuck up or arrogant, but I give kudos to women who maintain a high degree of self confidence and self esteem. I
Right.
find that a number of people in society tend to become jealous, envious, and resentful toward those men and women who tend to regularly carry themselves with an extremely high degree of self confidence and self esteem, as well as those men and women who place a high degree of value on their time, their attention, and their social companionship. This is why so many men and women who are popular and successful tend to attract a lot of harsh critics, or what
Hmm.
many nowadays refer to as
Haters.
haters.
Right.
Personally, I do not hate on men and women who carry themselves in an extremely confident manner, and I do not hate on men and women who are extremely selective regarding who they allow to receive attention from them or who they allow to share their company socially.
Exactly.
I have a degree in economics, so I am well aware that the basis for anything of value is supply and demand. For example, if you are a woman who has a high number of men competing with one another for your romantic and or sexual attention and companionship, the more those men are going to increase the perceived social market value of
Of
your
you,
attention and
right? Like you
companionship.
more than what
That's
you
just
are.
the law of supply and demand at work. If you are a man listening to this audiobook right now, close your eyes for a moment and pretend for a minute or two that you are an attractive woman with a high degree of sex appeal. Pretend as though you have dozens, if not hundreds, of men expressing a desire to share
Why would I
your
pretend that?
company in a romantic and or sexual manner. Now,
Let's never say that. Why would I pretend? She's a woman, and all these men want to fuck you. Now I don't want to do that.
be honest with yourself. Wouldn't you be tempted to take advantage of some of the men who are offering to help you with your car note, help you with your
Oh,
rent
okay.
or mortgage,
Yeah.
or willing to offer you an employment opportunity that will pay you a
Mm-hmm.
high 5 figure or 6 figure salary? Wouldn't that be tempting?
Hell
The
yeah, it would
reality
be.
for
Yeah, it
most
would be.
women is this. If you are exceptionally good looking and or you have an exceptionally high degree of sex appeal, 9 times out of 10, you are going to have many men offering you both financial and non-financial favors from
Right.
the time you turn 18 years of age all the way up to roughly the age of 35 or even 40. As a man, before you criticize women for what you perceive as shallow and materialistic behavior, you need to first evaluate the behavior of your fellow man. You have to ask, what enjoyment and satisfaction do men experience from having sex with a woman in a situation where they had to pay that woman for her time, attention, and companionship?
That's
Think
crazy.
about all of the services you pay for on a regular basis.
Right.
You pay to see a physician, you pay to see a dentist, you pay to get your car fixed, you pay a plumber to fix your toilet or your kitchen sink. Hell, men even pay money to hear me talk and give them advice about how to approach women, how to initiate a conversation with women, and ultimately how to create more romantic and or sexual chemistry with those women. I say, if a man feels as though it is worth it for him to pay a woman for the opportunity to enjoy an hour or longer of enjoyable, satisfying sex, either
Prostitution.
directly with cash or indirectly via favors, then more power to him and more power to her. Real talk. Here is where I have a
Hmm.
problem with members of both genders when it comes to the notion of offering financial favors in exchange for sexual companionship. It's one thing to offer a woman financial favors or some form of monetary compensation in exchange for a woman actually agreeing to have sex with you. But it is a totally different scenario when you, as a man, are offering women financial favors in exchange for nothing more than the possibility
Oh, that's
of
crazy.
sex in the near or distant future.
Hmm.
I am not the biggest fan of men offering money to street prostitutes, professional call girls, or upscale erotic escorts for their sexual companionship. But again, at least those men are paying for sex that they are definitely
Want
going
to
to
get
experience.
right.
I am extremely critical, though, toward the idea of a man spending big money on a woman who might decide to have sex with him, but more than likely she is not.
That's interesting, man. This is I don't know. I thought I bought it. I thought it was the title stuck out. It stuck out at me. And then I heard some of the stuff this guy was saying. He's pretty funny. He kind of sounded like Benjamin Crump a little bit. At first, I thought it was Benjamin Crump, but I think it's Al Rogers something. The little sticker is covering up the rest of his name, but y'all can check it out. It's on Audible. Anyway, man, what do y'all think? Y'all think that some of the stuff he's dropping, this game he's dropping, has any degree of truth to it? What do y'all think? Leave the comments. Subscribe to Charles and His World. Y'all take care.